Obviously, Tundra took the 2-0 last time, and maybe it was their dishonesty at play that allowed them to do so.
We only have 2 slots for majors, so they're very bored and spending their time reporting bugs.
They're taking some damage here, and by some, it's really quite a bit. They are trying to chase, and he's not going to be able to survive. He got hit with the telekinesis, and that was just enough to make sure that they were able to take out the Visage.
This is a really nice rotation.
Looks like Exorcism's still doing a lot of damage to the tower.
That looks like full damage. That
looks like a lot of damage. Telekinesis ain't swell, and well, they get the stun on the Mickey. They're trying to get the kill, but they end up losing 9. And
wow,
back on the tower.
And the catapult's still alive too. Nature's Prophet, like Death Prophet's really the only damage dealer for the early game, so I like a couple of points in the spirits. I think this makes sense.
Saxa again in some trouble and run down, even though he got to the high ground. Liquid are kind of quietly taking a 2K lead. Yeah, they've only got 3 kills, but they are doing quite a bit in terms of the farm. 9 shows up top. Skeeter gets a kill onto Zion.
So why not go for an item that's going to help you like full to 0 somebody that also scales, that you can build into whatever that brooch item is called eventually in the late game that's incredibly strong on Storm Spirit.
The Revenant's Brooch.
Revenant's Brooch. Yes. Brooch. No, Brooch.
Now go for the Rubik, and they've lost 33, but Insania falls. There was a kill there on 33 while that fight was happening.
It's like it gives him just that much effective HP that lets him get away in other situations where you just burst him full to 0. I also really like the BKB rush build. That's another really good one. Like the new storm builds that people are doing are making him really strong.
But Tumberman TP'd in behind this. They're going to try and at least take him out, as they've got the silence on a 9, so he wasn't able to ball lightning as consistently. They get the kill on a Snake King. They'll take out Tumberman, the overgrowth thrown out by Saxa. And with the damage coming through, they'll take out Boxy. Look over at Zion. That's 3 kills for the side of Tundra. Liquid are trying to take advantage of the positioning of Tundra, but unfortunately, they get caught out. Mickey might be next. We've got the Familiars moving in, maybe looking to slam it down. They'll ring the bell once, ring the bell twice of these Familiars. They've got the Vortex, but now surviving a little bit longer with the Yules. Just not long enough, and the inevitable kill comes, and 33 gets credit for it.
As we go back to the replay, 9 was very patient with this, just sitting there, hiding in the trees, baiting Snake King. I don't know if he was showing on some ward. I don't think he was.
I believe so. It's right to the right of them.
Oh yeah, it was.
Actually,
I don't know if they fought 9 like TP'd away or something.
Getting even more kills as this is going on. They'll get back into it. Zion Boxy will fall to Skeeter. All lightning away by 9, so he'll get out safe. They've got the silence. There's the Yules. That'll keep Skeeter here, and it looks like the Naga Siren will end up dead. Didn't have the mana to get the Song of the Siren off. So they get 3 kills. They force a buyback from the IO.
I think he already is tanky enough to survive magical damage that they're doing. If he can survive like the Exo damage and the Night Stalker right clicks.
Would it be worth also picking up the Tranquils to get the Boots of Bearing?
Yeah, for sure.
Fate stolen. Zai will get a kill on a Snake King, and Tundra not looking to take that fight at all.
It doesn't look like he's particularly interested in that.
Definitely too late.
He's coming. It's a little too late, though.
Yeah. All right. Oh! I swore for a second. I mean, the timing had to be perfect. 9 went for it. I respect it.
He did.
They didn't get the Song of the Siren in that big fight that happened near the Radiant Triangle about like 7 minutes ago.
Yeah.
If you can maintain the mana and potentially get that off, maybe they can look for something a bit more when these exchanges happen. Ball lightning in, go for Mickey. They've got the Vortex. They'll go to the Ensnare. The damage output. Mickey's just dead immediately. Whoa. They blew him up. Tumberman, BKB, and still the Ensnare. Maybe not recognizing that the Naga Sirens here and there are ready to fight. But he tries to run. They've got the Vortex. The root is there. The Inkswell lands. They'll take the Aegis out of the hands of Tumberman. They'll finish off Boxy. He doesn't have buyback. He's actually dead for 70 seconds. They'll go to the Overgrowth from Saxa, just tanking the tower. They've got so much damage that they'll be able to finish off Tumberman again. The BKB being popped by Zai. He's the last one to survive for now because they've just landed a root on him. They got the kill into Insania, and it's looking like it's going to be a full team wipe and will be for Tundra. Oh my. They brought it, and they brought it hard.
Kind of baited Liquid into fighting. The overgrowth as well, working through the BKB. And they have this really strong 3 BKB time that they think they should be winning the game on. But Tundra, man, no, they've got the counter.
If they die again on Matoma, man, he needs to be careful about his positioning. They'll go to the silence. They'll look to get the kill on the Naga side with the BKB being popped by Mickey. But again, you've got this axe. They go to the nighttime. They'll try to go in. Zai, Mickey, they've got the Naga surrounded, but surviving with the Inkswell. And now the Song of the Siren. Sing me the song that puts me to sleep. I'll try to TP out and will. Whoa. They lose 3-3, but on the edge multiple times. They'll try to go for the Naga Siren. 9 is in. Mickey taking a lot of damage, and
Inkswell heals so much.
Yeah, he pops, stuns 2, heals him up, goes to the song, and then almost dies still.
Insania actually did get the zip into
9 with the BKB. Mickey, he now pops his own BKB. They already got the kill on the Snake King. They'll take out the Grimstroke. Doesn't have buyback. And Song again to try and maybe save 3-3. Although Skeeter not really looking to fight, and well, Skeeter kind of backed up enough where Matumba Man was able to get in there and just right-click down this Visage.
That's all that really matters. I do think there's a little bit of pressure on 9 that Naga Siren's not the type of hero that likes to 1v5.
Right.
It always feels like you need some other core doing decently. They're going on 9. He has no BKB.
Yeah, they want to make a move. They want to continue to take advantage of this. He survives a little bit longer than necessary, which ends up allowing them to get the kill on his eye. Box is taking a lot of damage. The Soulbind is out. Skeeter trying to get this kill, but he'll be Yules into the air thanks to this Death Prophet. And now, Inkswell, that'll pop. It'll heal him up for a second, but it just won't be enough with him being under the Exorcism. So Mickey gets the kill. They both don't have buyback, and that's a big issue because they could take the tier 2 if they're able to push up the creeps. Yeah, and that's exactly what the panel alluded to too, right? Like, it just would have been maybe a little bit too much and a little bit too conflicting. So, nailed it right on the head there.
Smoke on smoke.
And Senius breaks, telekinesis, slamming him down, but that doesn't land on anybody. I don't know if it's even going to matter, though. They get the kill onto the Grimstroke. Snake King gone, but does have buyback. Use the Exorcism. Might want to bail on this until that timing's over. Just waiting for the right opportunity. Matuma Man goes in there. Nature's Grasp is down. Stroke of Fate. Roche getting low. They need to think about making a move. They'll blink in with Zai. The ball lightning in, but it's a little bit early. They've got the silence, and they go for the Aegis. They get the kill and the Aegis. 9's going to pick up the second life. They've got the Soulbind. They'll try to get the kills here to clean up now. Telekinesis up into the air as well as the silence. They'll get the Aegis out of the hands of 9. Now they've got the Ensnare, but the damage isn't coming out yet. There's the Song of the Siren. Sing them to sleep. Maybe they re-engage, maybe they don't. They're thinking about it. They'll spin around. They're clicking their buttons, looking for the APM. As now, they start to run. Inkswell, Ensnare. That's going to be thrown out onto 3-3. Now they've stolen the Ensnare once again. Or at least try. But I'm dumb, so I am probably making a very herald call at the moment. Chewy with the Visage Familiar is now spotting Roche.
There's pinging action happening. Yeah, they know that.
Oh, they're going to blink in. They'll look for the silence down in the Skitter. They're going to bring in Matuma Man immediately. The song comes out. The ball lightning onto the backlines. That stops Insania as well as this Io. They get the kill into Boxy. He's got buyback. Insania falls as well. Both these heroes do have buyback, and we'll have to see what they're able to do with this, as they'll both buy back immediately. They'll come back into the fight. They'll look over at the Naga Siren, who's now silenced Hex and being chased on, but they've got the ball lightning as well as the Vortex on a 2. Saksa surviving for the moment, throws out the Overgrowth, and he'll end up going down, but it's not before he ends up getting the save on Skitter for a little bit. It's not going to be enough, though. He just gets chased to his death. That happening, though, is while Matuma Man is going down to 3-3. They've lost 3 heroes on Tundra. There are a lot lost on Liquid that we're all forced to buy back. They know that Roche is available, and now the question becomes, can somebody save it?
And I don't think it goes the same if Naga respawns.
To be fair, also, they did buy back on both their supports to immediately start that fight, right?
But I understand the desire to take a better initiation.
Yeah. Well, as a viewer, I feel like you're just like, oh.
It's a buzzkill. It's a big buzzkill for sure.
All lightning in, Vortex once again, and they'll go for this Death Prophet and try and get the kill, but there's the blink forward from a Tumba Man trying to do the damage. Zyra on top of them with the silences coming in. They've got the BKB from Skeeter. They'll look over at Boxy. They've got the root thanks to the ensnare. Mickey, he's bought back into the fight. They get the kill into Boxy. He's got buyback, and now he might be forced to use it. There's a double damage over bottom if anybody wants to pick that up while this fight is going on. Zai over to the side, gets the silence out in a 3-3, taking a lot of damage. He's feared up thanks to the Spirit Siphon. They ball lightning in, but it's into the silence. They've used the Song of the Siren again, and 3-3 surviving, and TP's out. They bottle the double damage. They lose nothing on Tundra. The buybacks are forced. Not their best engagement, but they are right into Roche on this one.
All right, there's no Night Stalker ult or nighttime for 40 seconds. This is
Gotta go! Oh, the Roche is killed, and the Aegis is on the ground still. Finally, it's denied by 33! He denies it instead, but they'll end up losing 9. He'll buy back into the fight. They've got themselves the Soulbind once again. That's going to connect up this Night Stalker over to the Nature's Prophet. Zai going to try and TP out the ball lightning as well as the Vortex comes in from 9. They'll get the kill on the Zai. He's got buyback as well. They've already expended 2 in the previous fight. They'll go for more. Mickey in trouble. Gets hit with a nullifier. They'll take out the Death Prophet for the second time, down for 2 minutes. The Soul Assumption lands on a Boxy. He's gone again for 2 minutes. They look over at Matoma Man. They've got this nullifier out onto Matu, and they'll get the kill there too. To try and defend the throne, they're still over a minute without these extra heroes. The ensnares get thrown, the Lotus Orb is there to reflect it back at the Naga Siren. Slows them down for a little bit. They've got, well, right now the Ags for the Night Stalker to use that Void and try to deter them, but the Familiar is doing so much damage. They're going with the Dark Ascension. They've got the Silence. They look over the Grimstroke. They've got themselves the Electric Vortex. They take out the Grimstroke. They'll take out Snake King, but Zai, he is gone. 2 minutes without him. They've bought back on this Nature's Prophet. They've also got some help here from the Rubik. Rubik now with the illusions, but it's not going to matter. They'll take out Matuma Man. They'll take out Insania. The full team is wiped, and Tundra will take game 1, 52.5 minutes in.
Wow. What an insanely close game. Legitimately determined in the end by fighting around Night Stalker ulti being on cooldown for only 40 seconds. The nerfs to Tiny are so brand new that maybe they're not even 100% comfortable with like what are you supposed to do with this hero. We might be seeing an Aghanim Scepter build coming out of Tiny at the Major, but you know, never before the Major, which I suppose this would be one of the last days that we could possibly, one of the last games we could possibly see it.
Shackles out onto Zai. They're going to try and chase him down. Again, that second highest base damage of the game will get the first blood. That is the Shadow Shaman, and that is the stat I always like to say because that's all I've got going for me. And, well, Snaking is
once again
going to continue to chase Boxy, but gives up on it and decides to go for the Bounty Rune instead. That's a fine choice. And then, yeah.
He's suiciding anyway.
Tower. That's all while 33 up top is looking like he might just die. Nikkei picks up a tree and throws it over just to get the kill. They do have the option to use this Pango combo with the Inkswell where you just get the Swashbuckle, jump forward, and you could really do some damage there if the Inkswell pops in the right spot. Goes to the shield crash, and then Swashbuckle, Inkswell, they haven't seen you here. They're going to need a TP, and actually the ones who get the TP are Liquid. So Skeeter falls, Snake King, he's next to go. It's just a matter of time, and it will be Matu who gets both kills.
I mean, they're not defusal heroes, so they don't hard counter Medusa by any means, but 2 right-click carries beating into you, that's going to drain your mana. And Deuce is not having a good enough game to 1v2 this.
They look for the Doom, they get the kill, Mickey's in. Avalanche toss, Matumba Man is there. And
like Zai's a core now, and he's just able to position so aggressively, especially with Mickey in the area.
Inkswell, and that's going to be the debut of the Blink Dagger on this Tiny. An easy kill on Snaking. I think this game might just be moving too fast for Tundra at this point. They need to find a way to slow it down.
Yeah, they are doing a decent job at keeping up in farm, though, surprisingly. And I mean, there's a lot of, maybe not anymore.
And yeah, that's the Medusa in a lot of trouble. And out of mana, out of life, out of time, goodbye. Mickey getting another kill. He's now on a mega kill streak, sitting 5-0-0.
I'm going to say, I feel like Liquid is not as farmed as as bad as this looks, because they're just running around taking all the towers and fighting, and they're not actually hitting creeps. Like, they just don't care to hit creeps. They'd rather just take creeps away from Tundra, take towers away from Tundra,
Yeah, but it is
mid-heroes away from Tundra, apparently. If this tower gets defended for like 5 more minutes, there's a 0% chance they win this game. Like, you can't have a 2-tower disadvantage for, 15 minutes. That's just like, it's such a low chance of winning Dota.
They give away that they have vision there, but it doesn't matter. Skeeter just never has a chance. So if they're not getting kills, like, at what point can Tundra really kind of fight back? Because they're going to lose 9 again. Like, these heroes are just dying immediately. They have no chance to react.
But you can sense the desperation from them, though, just considering, like, Nine's build, that he needs to go for this in order to survive. So I could see it happening.
Top lane, 33 is very dead. I mean, Mickey's made great use of this Blink Dagger. He's 10-0-0. He's just getting kills all over the map. He's picked up multiple double damages. He's now going for the Moon Shard. The Moon Shard was the build in China for these Tinies before the nerf. And now they might have even got themselves 9. He's silenced up. There's nowhere for him to go. He'll end up burning out to Matuma Man. And now the Rolling Thunder comes in. Matuma Man, he is surrounded by these Serpent Wards. They might do enough damage to kill him before the TP, but they're just not enough. Avalanche comes in. Mika gets the kill on Asaxa. They'll take out Snake King.
Like, they just have so much. They've got 2 very farmed carries and then a Zai to deal with the Medusa with the Diffusal Blade. So, and 33, he's showing an award. In the actual game, as we're still in the replay, 33, we come back and he is dying.
He is dead again.
He was just standing on a ward, and they immediately TP into the outpost that they have active.
I'm buckled in. I'm ready. I'm in for the long haul.
I'm down for it.
They're going to get 9, I think.
They see 9.
Yeah, Phantom's Embrace into a Rolling Thunder. 9 trying to cut these creep waves. He does end up popping the hood, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's orchided.
Well, you were talking about that earlier, right? Like just how impossible it's going to feel to catch this Nature's Prophet.
Right. It's basically Shadow Shaman to do that, and that's not really that good, especially in a game like this. We got it.
There goes 9. We got it, ladies and gentlemen. We got it.
And it's very quickly
cherish
going
this moment. Skitter goes into the Stone Gaze, runs away, but Snake King falls. Now it's 23-3, and they're just gonna stick with this, and they'll kill off Skitter.
Oh boy! Oh my God! This is a high-level Gaben shellacking.
But at least you can keep track of all the hooks you hit and miss.
Yeah. Desperation smoke out. They have the BKB on 33.
Tombstone.
Sania.
That comes through.
There. He's just
Avalanche
breaking
toss.
it.
And they have no way. And now they've got the Rolling Thunder. Skeeter, he's inside the trees to maybe make a Stone Gaze play here. But that is a pipe dream. As they'll go to the Stone Gaze, the Force Staff is there. They'll chase up these heroes. Can they get a kill on the board? Not looking likely. They get the Doom out onto the tiny Skeeter, just trying to hit away. He's got some mana back. They've got the Soulbind connecting the Doom as well as the Coddle. They finally take out Mickey, and it's a 10-time spree. But how much will it be worth? Because it looks like 33 is going to die here to Zai, and he will fall. They'll find themselves 9. He's sprouted, silenced, and killed off very quickly. And there's not much left to this Tundra side after Liquid has broken the dam and flown through them. What button did I say it was? XP and net worth? F5? F6?
F6, yeah.
Oh, I just don't want to pause the game.
I don't think you can as a spectator. I've tried.
Well, Avalanche toss, and, well, it looks like they have lost 9 again. There's just no way for him to deal with the Phantom's Embrace. Right click's coming through on Zaya. Snake King trying to gain some health here. With the shackles, hides in the trees, but the courier sees him. And shield crash again. And eventually the kill for Zai over Snake King. So he's godlike now too.
Yeah, he's been killing everybody in these fights because Tundra's like, oh God, we have to focus Mickey. He's killing all of us. Oh no, he's in our base. He's one-shotting me. And then Zai just goes in and starts right-clicking people like he's a carry and kills everyone. Matumba's like, hey guys, I haven't died once yet. Can you please focus on me? I want to have fun.
Yeah, let me just orchid you and right-click you down. You have nothing to deal with this. As I sprout you up. Solar Bind, I laugh. I don't need movement speed.
Oh, almost got the Doom. That would have been big.
I know I wanted this to go 3 games. I just didn't really expect such a one-sided game, right? Like, with how close these teams have certainly proven themselves.
This is an interesting game. Not something people would expect. 33 does have Doom.
Could even try to use it on?
Yeah.
Come over, and Undying's in a little bit far, but here comes the Rolling Thunder as well as the Soul Bind. They've got 33 in a lot of trouble, and he ended up throwing out the Doom onto the Nature's Prophet. They just don't have the damage to get the kill. They'll toss up this Medusa into the air. Skitter will fall, and the Sonic Wave will get Matumba Man. So again, hope, I guess. They buy back on Matumba Man. They buy back on Skitter, and they'll try and go again.
Yeah, Matumba, he smells blood in the water. He knows he can just end the game right here. At least force all the buybacks.
Here's the other one.
Nice little bait. I like that. That's a really cool bait. That guy's on the other team, so that one's not going to be happening. I think dooming Zai would be ideal. He's got a Lincoln's, though. There's not any Lincoln. That's Insania. That's not who you want.
Well, all right. No Doom used. It's still on cooldown, but they do get a kill. I think that's so with Roche potentially coming up, maybe. Sorry, I'm huffing some real copium over here.
You're choking on it at this point.
Avalanche toss, Stone Gaze used, and they'll turn the Rolling Thunder into just stone. And 9 goes after Boxy, but there's the Phantom's Embrace with the Ink Swell. Mickey, like a shark in the water, he chooses to go for the other one and connect him to the Soul Bind.
That was nice.
That was pretty hype, and no chance 9's getting out. And into Roche they go.
And
GG is called.
Yep.
38-7.
Probably could have been called earlier. I mean, you definitely don't want to, but I think they probably had the feeling it was over. Liquid had the feeling it was. Everybody knew it was over. Most likely, they're just holding out for that like small percentage chance.
What's like the expansion off that idea, right? Like, what do Tundra need to do? Is this just a fast-moving lineup that needs to stay quick?
I think a couple of fights going right, taking over the map, and then just like taking space to farm, basically.
So Schwack lands. Matumba Man's going to be in trouble. They've got Snaking in front of him to get the body blocks, and they will get the first blood. That's exactly the start that they would have loved to have, and they got it.
Where people have gone to the degree where, like, it looks like he's observing with us,
Maybe he is. It's the malware.
Maybe.
That is being detected by your Norton antivirus.
Yeah.
We'll go for Skeeter, and, well, Zai, he's got the God's Rebuke, so no spear to lock him down. Trying to get some help here from the IO, but eventually I think they have to give way to the fact that they will lose this Razor, and that is exactly what happens.
You just see these little micro movements where they understand that 33 and Soxa have a lot of kill threat on them, and so they're poking instead of committing. And it's like, if you're a worse team, if you're worse laners, and you commit, you die.
Mortimer's Kiss is coming out, and the Lina be saved right now by the disruptions, so not a lot of damage being done just yet, but they've got the Fire Snap Cookie. They have the control to get the kill on a Mickey, and well done, because that was a pretty long-range cookie, and it looks like Boxy might die too, as for a second it felt like he was staked to that tree for the Ancients to swallow, but...
Yeah, unfortunate for Tundra that Soxa just barely misses the Bushwhack there. If that connects, that's a really good play. If it misses, then all of a sudden it's something that, gets his IO killed. And Mickey obviously hitting the double stun. That definitely helps. Oh, that's not the way you want to get pushed.
Bushwhack, and here comes Insania looking for the Ink Swell. He's trying to land it on the right heroes, mainly onto the Snapfire so they can get the control. They've got Matumba Man here, Mickey low. They're trying to get the kill into the Lina, who's going to be outputting the most damage in this exchange. And you can see that Matumba Man, with how far behind he is, isn't exactly doing that much damage to deter Tundra, and they'll get a second in Insania.
Like, there's pretty decent IO relocate out cancel too, and the Mars arena is hard to relocate into, and spears flying around, and you can disrupt the target. You can disrupt the IO.
Whoa, that actually landed. I know there was nothing to follow that up, and 9 actually might end up being dead instead. but it was kind of impressive. The Fire Snap cookie, at least from such a far distance, landed.
And then as well as, like, I just feel like there's a lot of summons heroes that are pretty good right now. Like, you know, Nature's Prophet, Visage, Lycan, Beastmaster, like, all of these heroes are super valuable. So there's a lot of things to throw that Inkswell on. Remember at TI? Oh, never mind. Hold that thought.
Spear comes through, and they've got the Inkswell, and that'll pop. And they're immediately going to TP to try and save Matoma Man with the second life. So can Tundra stay here and continue to get this? It looks very likely. And yeah, Mortimer's Kiss is coming out looking for a distant shot to land. That might slow him enough to get a kill here. They'll go to the relocate forward, and there's the Soul Bind. But Insania, you're right next to them, and you're still going to die. Saksa gets the double kill. They look over at Boxy. They've got the disruption, and eventually they'll be able to relocate out. However, just not in time. Boxy's been throwing the shadow poison enough to get the kill on a Skeeter. He'll lose his life afterwards, but well worth it when you're able to get a kill like that. Ooh, Mickey's still trying to get Saksa. Good bushwhack.
They feel like they just need to get in there in position, and the stun and the damage from the shard just doesn't matter that much.
I definitely do worry about that too, right? Like putting your eggs in the basket of the shard, especially when you're getting BKBs on these cores on the side of Liquid. So like, how worth it is it going to be when they go and get the shard? Static Link, Mickey, he will try to run from this one while Saksa goes down to Zai. And Mickey now trying to maybe even turn this one around. They've got Matsu coming over with the stun, the Laguna Blade, and the kill. There's a lot of damage real quick, and
they lose their carry, which is not good. I mean, that's a Razor. He's not exactly a snowball, or he's not exactly like a great farming carry. So you want to snowball, you want to get kills.
Yeah, he's not exactly snowballing or anything like that at the moment either. Bushwhack comes in, and while they're able to cut the tree, they've got themselves a sharpshooter. They'll get the kill at his eye. They'll look over now at Insania. The chase is on. The Soulbind is there, but they're walking in tandem. It's like a three-legged race over here. And, well, they'll get the kill on both. Actually,
I just watched
and look for Matoma Man. They'll continue to chase. The plasma field is there. The cookies, though, well off the mark, and that'll stop them.
He's got ult. He likes anything that's like really edgy and cool.
Dropping what, Sage's masks on the ground or whatever it was. I think you just got to start dropping some like high upgraded item.
That's a very committal. I mean, that is the true BM if you want to go that way.
Bushwhack, sharpshooter coming through, and there's the break and taking out the Aegis from the hands of this Lina, who just got, by the way. BKB comes out, Soulbind not connecting, so Skeeter is able to just continue forward. Finally connects over to the Doom, but it's on the back end of the duration. The BKB is going to wear out in just a second on Mickey. They'll four-staff him away. They've got the Mortimer's Kisses dropping down on Azai. Infernal Blade, 33 gets the kill. And they take the Aegis, they get a kill. It ends up working out in their favor.
Yeah, Zai's just the sacrificial chicken in that fight. That could have been a disaster. Lina getting focused and the IO relocate coming in, catching the back lines, like you said. Like, it could have been really bad. And it looks like actually Tundra wants to turn it into something really bad.
Well, they know the BKB is down, so they are trying to take that fight and potentially get the Lina. Bushwhack lands! Ooh, but just on the edge. Blink, Infernal Blade, and that is more than enough damage. They'll get the kill there. They'll look over at the side. Matoma Man trying to fight Skeeter. 33 over to the edge of this fight with the Laguna Blade out. A Bushwhack lands on it too, but the LSA is there.
Yeah, Tundra just ditched because Skeeter got a 6 damage static link. And so that could be getting vision down. That could be to smoke to take a tower. I was actually watching a Fnatic game today researching for the major, and I saw that they smoked to just gank a tower. And before the TPs could even come in, they take the tower down. I thought that was really cool.
Wait a second, you're watching SEA games? You're not allowed to know other regions.
Sorry about that.
Scatterblast comes out. BKB is popped immediately by the Snapfire, as well as Zai threw down the arena. And this might go back and forth. They've got the refresher popped. You got to be careful because Mickey has that Daedalus. He has a lot of damage to throw your way, but not if he gets hit with a static link. They've got the disruption. Now they'll go after the IO.
Oh, he brought him back.
They lost Mickey already. That's the first casualty of this fight. They'll finish off Zai. They get the first life out of the hands of Matoma Man. A big fight for Tundra if they can clean up without losing any casualties. They're thinking about going to the backlines as well. Plasma Field is there. Inkswell pops, but it's not going to land on anybody. The Scatterblast is in. They get the kill on a Boxy. They take it out 4. They'll go for Matoma Man, and they'll dive the tier 3. They've got the Fire Snap cookie with the Infernal Blade. They'll glyph the tower, but it's not going to matter. A full team wipe for Tundra here, and it is absolutely massive. So Liquid start to head over that direction. Throwing the cast of the dancing skeletons into their Roche pit.
Oh man, Insania knows he hits them. Oh, two-man!
3-3, he's gonna just jump in. They've got the bushwhack. They'll get the kill. No, Insania and Boxy immediately. That was perfect, and they don't have buyback available on the Grimstroke, who I feel like is very important in these fights.
Oh my god, that's disastrous. Oh man, that's really... They pressed the spell on the decoy, dude. Oh man, I just feel like it's way bigger than the actual range of Little Shredder for some reason. They just threw some random number in there and they're like, yep, nobody's gonna go for that talent. This is a support hero. And then all of a sudden, Nine's like, ooh, delectable.
Blink and the BKBs, they go to the Abyssal Blade. That's going to land on a 33. He's got himself the Lotus Orb, and they're going to doom up Matama Man. Mickey trying to get the damage out. They look over at this Razor. Razor, though, broken and trying to get this damage out. Zion's up dying. The Mortimer's Kiss is coming, rain down on top of Boxy. Boxy down to one more shot. He ends up falling. Now they're going to go to the BKB. They kill off this Doom. He's dead for 92 seconds. Went in well too far. And Snapfire kind of sat back in that fight a little bit.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot that was a talent at 15 because everybody goes for the other one because it's so good with the shard. Yeah, he's actually pretty close to that.
Ooh.
2 more levels.
Whoa, Saksa. Oh, speared, dead. He tried.
He was quite out of position there. Man, if I saw the little squirrel running around like that, I'd be like, oh, that's the decoy, guys. Don't go on it. Come on, don't be stupid. Because he was so deep. Damn, they're going for some play mid.
Yeah, they really want to go for this, and Mars is nowhere near the fight. They'll throw the Doom out on a Matama Man. The Little Shredder damage is ripping through this Wraith King. Fire Snap Cookie to get away. They've got the relocate again, and they'll back off. So they're going to be relocating back towards where Mickey is, and they go after this Snapfire. Nine's not going to get anything off. He ends up just dying outright, dead for 95 seconds. And look at the right-click damage. This is what I talked about. Mickey, he just, if you give him the space, he will make the damage appear.
So it's really just a slight waiting game for Tundra as opposed to, you know, forcing buybacks and having to actually defend that Roche.
They do, in fact, get this Aegis. It's going to be what? Aegis, Cheese, and potentially one or the other. It's only third row.
They caught Saksa top.
They caught Saksa, and they get another kill. He's dead with no buyback. So 70 seconds. That'll be enough to get towards Roche. Short the goal by 350. They don't even want to wait for Roche. They're just going to go to the high ground. All of a sudden, your base is being taken. They break the high ground first.
It's like, even if they buy back, they don't have 33. They don't have Saksa.
How long are they going to allow this to happen? They're trying to turn it around. They'll go for the mid set of racks. All of a sudden, it's 2 racks to 0.
Probably Boxy, honestly. Maybe?
No, he's got an Axe.
Oh, he has an Axe on
So does
Boxy.
Wraith King.
Okay.
And Wraith King wants the Divine Rapier. Just went from a 22k lead to a 7.
And I don't honestly feel like the barracks don't have to matter that much right now. I think Liquid's doing a really good job playing around it, like playing top. If they win this fight, they can just throne.
Skitter's in some trouble. They'll throw out the Soulbind. They'll go for the damage to get out Snake King. They'll kill off the IO immediately, and he's going to buy back because he's forced to. The damage coming out of Skitter. He's trying to survive. They'll take the first life out of the hands of the Wraith King. They get the kill on Skitter.
There's no buyback.
Too. He's got no buyback. He's short 1,300 gold. There's the refresher as well as the arena. Comes down around 9 as well as Saksa. 9's going to fall. He's got buyback, but they lost Snake King again. Liquid have taken this one back. It is even in net worth, but quite honestly, it might just be done.
And dude, they pushed in the top lane preemptively. Like, the way that they're playing the map, since they're playing top, it means that they can just run down this lane and go throne. 9 and 33. They have to pull off something miraculous right now.
They're going to try to do so. They'll take the first life out of the hands of the Lina. That's the damage that 9 can do if he's got the space to do so. They go to the Mortimer's Kisses to try and maybe stop these blinks. They go to the Abyssal Blade that lands onto the Doom. The Fire Snap Cookie gives them some space. They've got the Hoodwink back with the buyback. And now, what else can they do with this? They've got the Ags out, which gives them the Hunter's Boomerang on this Hoodwink. Bushwhack lands, Infernal Blade is there. Do they have the extra lockdown? They'll go to the Spirits. Not going to land and latch on to anything as they throw the Doom out on Azai. They've got the damage as well as the Laguna Blade to get the kill on Saksa, and they'll take out this Mars. But he's got himself that Ags from the Wraith King to just take the throne and end the game! Liquid, from the depths of defeat, pull themselves out and take the series over Tundra. They had a 22,000 net worth lead just moments ago.